In these problems, we've got some equations that are annoyingly cluttered up with all kinds of parentheses and absolute value symbols and negative signs. It's really just an exercise in trickiness to see if we can sort this out. The best thing to do is take it one little piece at a time and apply what you know. So let's look at this first one. Big, messy looking thing. I usually narrow in right on the absolute value first, because I know how to do that. The absolute value of a -2 is a +2. So this is just 2, this part right here. And let's see. So also, the next thing I usually do is try to find the inner parentheses. So there are these outer parentheses here, but inside there's another set of parentheses. So I want to try to deal with this set of parentheses, try to resolve it. When you have a set of parentheses and there's a number snugged up right against it here to the left, that means you need to multiply through, distribute that number. So we're going to take a -3 and multiply it by x, and then take that -3 and multiply it by -2, and then we can dissolve those parentheses. So -3 times x is just a -3x, and -3 times -2 is a +6. So that's this chunk. I've still got this minus sign here, so I'm going to put that in there. I've got my equals over here and 2x minus 5. I've also got these outer parentheses, and I've got this negative sign hanging out here. All right, so we just did this chunk and this chunk, looking a little simpler already. The next thing I would do is go to the existing set of parentheses here and see if there's anything I can simplify inside it. And there is. A +6 minus 2 is just 4. So this is -3x plus 4. And we have our 2x minus 5. Okay, getting simpler and simpler. We still have one set of parentheses left, and we can't get rid of them yet because there is this negative sign outside. The way you should think of this, when you see a negative sign snugged up right next to the left side of a parentheses, is this is like a -1. And we really need to distribute that too. So we're going to multiply by -1. The effect of this is just to switch the signs of these things. A negative times a negative is a positive, a negative times a positive is a negative. So a negative times a -3x is +3x, and a negative times 4 is -4. Now we've distributed that negative sign, we can get rid of the parentheses. And we've still got our 2x minus 5. Whew. All right, a lot of steps so far, and we're not done yet. To finish solving, we've got x's on both sides of the equation. We need to make sure x is only on one side of the equation. So I can either subtract 3x to get rid of this 3x over here, or subtract 2x to get rid of the 2x. I think I'm going to choose to subtract 2x to get rid of that. I have to do it to both sides of the equation. So when we do that subtraction, 3x minus 2x here is just 1x. And I have my minus 4. Over here, 2x minus 2x is 0, so that goes away. And we have our -5. All right, and last step here, to get x alone, I have to get rid of this -4. So I'm going to add 4. So -4 plus 4 is 0. We have to add 4 on this side as well. -5 plus 4 is -1, so I get x, that's what's left on this side, equals -1. And we are done. Whew! All right, let's try another one. Even trickier. Look at that mess. Oh my goodness. Actually, this may be easier than it seems. We've got this chunk here that's its own separate term, and then this chunk and this chunk, and then the 15 hanging off of here. We'll have to do some distribution here because we've got these numbers on the outside of the parentheses. But this thing we can deal with right away. We've got a -9x. Every two negative signs, when you have them stacked up in a row like this, just separated by parentheses, you can turn to a positive, and that leaves just a -9x. So that messy part just is -9x. Now let's go ahead and distribute here so we can get rid of these parentheses. 6 times 5x is 30x. 6 times 3 is 18. Then we've got our equal sign. Let's go ahead and distribute here too. 4 times 8, that's 32x. 4 times -2 is -8, and then plus 15. All right, still pretty tricky looking, but definitely better. Let's combine our like terms. On the left, we have negative 9x and 30x. So that adds up to 21x. And then we have our plus 18. And over here, we have 32x, and a negative 8 plus 15 is a plus 7. All right, like terms have been combined. I've got x's on both sides of the equal sign now, so I want to get rid of one of those chunks of x's. I'm going to get rid of the 21x. I usually go after the smaller chunk of x's so that I don't end up with more negative signs than I need to. So we'll subtract 21x from both sides of the equation. Over here, it just disappears. We get 18 equals, and 32 minus 21x should be 11x. And then we have our plus 7. And we need to subtract 7 to get the x term alone. Oh, I see how this is going to go. 18 minus 7 is 11. And then we have 11x left over here because the 7's add up to 0. And then we just divide by 11. And we get 11 divided by 11 is 1, so x equals 1. That wasn't too bad after all. All right, we're going to do one more tricky one here. So here we have a bunch of distribution to do. We've got the 3 that needs to be distributed. This negative 2 gets multiplied here, distributed there. And we've got a negative sign to get distributed here. So let's just start that. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times negative b, so I'm doing this, is negative 3b. All right, now we have our minus sign, and I'm going to go ahead and distribute this negative 2. Negative 2 times b is negative 2b. We really should keep this in parentheses, though. And negative 2 times, negative 2b, and negative 2 times negative 3 is a positive 6. Okay. I hate how b's and 6's look alike. I'll try to be a little more clear about that. And then here we have a negative sign to distribute, so it's just going to flip the signs of what's inside the parentheses. So negative sign times 2b is negative 2b, and negative sign times a negative 5 is a positive 5. All right, and let's see. We can distribute this last negative sign here. So this is going to be 9 minus 3b. And then a negative negative 2b is a positive 2b. And a negative times a positive 6 is a negative 6. And that equals negative 2b plus 5. All right, I think we've done all our distribution now. Hopefully we've done that correctly. Now we need to combine like terms. So here we have a negative 3b and a positive 2b. It comes out to be just a negative 1b. We also have a 9 and a negative 6, so that comes out to be a positive 3. And over here, we don't have any like terms to combine. And let's see. Well, we've got b's on both sides of the equation, a negative b over here and a negative 2b over here. I'm going to go after the smaller one. Even though 2 looks like it's bigger than b, it's a negative number, so it's actually smaller. So I'm going to add 2b to both sides. So negative b plus 2b is a positive b. And we have our plus 3. Then here, the negative 2b and the positive 2b add up to 0, and we have our 5. So finally, to solve for b, I'm going to subtract 3, and we get b equals 5 minus 3 is 2. Oh, that was a ton of work. It's possible I made a mistake as I went along in there, because problems like this, that will happen. If you want to check, take this 2, plug it in for b in your original equation, and see if it all calculates out correctly. But that was some work with some really tricky algebraic equations with lots of parentheses.